As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We have different colored cables carefully crafted to suit your mining rig needs. Glued heat shrink is used to firmly secure the ends on sleeving and wires. We ensure our crimped pins are up to manufacturer specifications with our calibrated machinery. Our wires also have a non-looping design for not only a clean setup, but also for avoiding wire bending. Our cables are 100% made in the USA. The Veteran Miner is forward-thinking, always looking for new products to bring you. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. What are you waiting for? Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
All right, guys, welcome. How is everyone doing? We are finally live. I do have DJ Mines with me as a special guest. I'm going to jump in there and see if I actually have this set up right. So I failed. I'm going to have to adjust my little things here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Properties. I popped it out at the last second, and now it doesn't want to pick them up. So let's just see what I got going on. How do I unpop it? Unpop. Full screen. Stay on top. What if I just close that out? There we go. Done. All right, DJ, they should be able to hear you if I did everything right. Say hello to everyone.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Let me know is the audio all right? Can you guys hear DJ all right?
Merry Christmas, Rabid, and all of Rabid's chat. Tell your baby mama that we live.
Yeah, that. How can I get this full screen? Why is it all messed up? I hit this, it goes pop up. Oh, pop up. I guess we'll go that way.
I had to do pop up, yeah.
Oh, now I can't see my chat or anything though. Uh-oh.
Ooh, you have two monitors?
I got three,
No.
but they're all over the place. I need four now.
Yeah, that's why we stopped using Discord. I don't know. I mean, it worked for now, I guess, but then you can't see your chat. It kind of sucks.
I got an idea.
While he's doing that. Oh, you good?
All right, yeah, everything's all good now. So, do you have something to say? Also, we noticed you have another channel. Do you want to tell anybody about that?
Yeah, so it's DJ Waters. Yeah, I just started like a little reaction channel. You know, crypto's a little slow, especially on the YouTube side. And I still got to get some kind of income. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I want to keep the YouTube going over there at DJ Waters, and it's gonna have a picture of a cap, like stop the cap. And you probably won't find it. I only have like 55 subscribers. Help us get to 1,000.
There you go, guys. I don't have the link for that one. I should have had it up. I'll try to get it up after. But yes, there's a new reaction channel. Join it up, get them to that 1,000 mark, and help them earning that. Also, the hours is a very tough one as well. So make sure you watch it or just put it on autoplay for hours on end.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys.
So what are you doing this holiday season? You got a little blizzard happening yet again, huh?
Dude, it's so much worse than the last one. So the last one was 4 feet, but it came over like 2 days. This one is unbelievably bad. The wind is 60 miles per hour. I don't know what that is. Or you guys don't use miles per hour over there, right?
That's about 100 kilometers. So like the speed limit.
Dude, my whole house is shaking. And now, like, I swear, man, I'm pushing 2 foot, 3 foot. I come back, I wake up, it's another 3 feet. It's everywhere, man. Everything is shut down, and it is terrible right now. You can't see outside. It is miserable. We've been losing power. We've been losing water. We had a water pipe bust down the street. It is emergency level. It's terrible over here.
Yeah, that's crazy. We would just got through some like minus 40 to 45 wind chill days, and it looks like it's slowly starting to warm up again over the next couple days, but it's been cold over here for sure.
Yeah, not as cold here. It's well, Celsius is what you're saying. I don't know, like negative 25. Like not as bad for sure.
That's pretty close. So, any plans for this holiday season? And what are you doing with crypto? Are you mining on anything right now?
Okay, so the only thing I'm mining on is my Doge miner. That's for my daughter, just to keep her room a little warmer. And then in my room at night, I have the Flux rig on. And honestly, that's it because my electric rate is so bad. I'm at 17 cents now. They're projecting 20 cents soon. I just can't mine. I want to mine. I can't, bro. It's not worth it. Like I'm losing. If I had all my 10 gig hash on or Ethereum 10 gig hash, I'd probably be losing $2,000 a month, maybe 1,500. I can't do that. It's not worth it for me. So what I have been doing instead is I'm still earning Bitcoin. I'm using free cash. Not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with them or anyway. But I've already earned $300 this month in Bitcoin, dude. Just playing these stupid little phone games like in my spare time. So I'm still getting crypto, and I've also been buying crypto as well. I've been dollar cost averaging a little bit into Flux, a little bit of Cadena, and I haven't been buying Ergo, but I was buying Ergo before. What about you, man?
No, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm bouncing around all over. I got the CPUs on multiple things. Mostly they hang out on Dero majority of the time. I got the GPUs bouncing around trying stuff and then I shut them off. Obviously, we got the mini Doge, same thing for the wife. She wants her Dogecoin, Litecoin options, but it's not cutting the power, but that's coming out of some of the Dero profits, but whatever. I got the KD Box Pro rolling and then just pretty much bouncing around all over the place. It's pretty insane with power prices right now.
Yeah, man. I watch your channel all the time, and you're always looking for like new coins, and you're covering like the newer stuff. So how's that been working out for you, spec mining and just up and coming coins?
Not too bad. Actually, what was it? So I was spec mining, I believe it was Gecko coin for a little bit here. I got like 2 or 3 nodes full. And then through the nodes, I think I'm getting around 72,000 coins a day. So I went to sell some of that. And that was actually worth like $12. It pumped the other day. So I was selling some of my node earnings while holding the stuff in the node. It's about $12 a day. So that's actually not too bad. I'm like, nice. So
Yeah.
I went with that. I'm currently trying this other GPU coin, Dynix or something. It's only making like $2 or $3 a day, but my entire 12X12 rig is only using 200 watts. So it's only using like 79 cents a day in power, but making $2 or $3 a day. So it's actually kind of profitable right now. So I'm still kind of trying that one out. It's kind of interesting, but I'm kind of just, all over the place, really.
Hey, that's good, man. You only need 1 or 2 of them to hit it big in the next bull run. You never know.
Oh, for sure. And yes, I see in the chat here, some people are still talking about Nexa. Nexa is also another one. I want to go over another thing too. I did go over that wallet hack thing with Labyrinth, and the day prior, actually, I was talking about Nexa, and they're shutting down their Xbitron exchange due to the fact that someone got hacked. We thought it was very fishy. Some chain doesn't randomly just shut down an exchange because one random user gets hacked. So what's going on? All of a sudden it's, this is the next pink chain. There's going to be a rug pull. They're only allowing their coins to get sent, yada, yada. The rumors start flying. But I guess it turns out you put those 2 videos together, which I didn't do an update on it yet. It turns out that the hack was due to someone getting hacked from the Labyrinth wallet, taking coins out of separate core wallets. So what they actually did was shut down the exchange so no one could sell these coins and investigate their own wallet itself to make sure nothing was malicious within their own wallet. And then once they found out it was coming from this Labyrinth thing, they re-enabled Xbitron. So I think that's probably a good thing coming out of, devs and stuff, because this has happened many times in the past. And when people address it on their Discord, they just call you a liar, say nothing's wrong. More and more people start losing coins. And then eventually say, oh, emergency update. I guess there was some issues out there. So I think it is probably a good thing that they did this, but we'll still have to treat it as a new coin. We don't know how it's going to do, but if it does something good, great. If it doesn't, just be careful.
Wow, man. Yeah, no, I saw something about it from Mining King. I think he was talking about Labyrinth, he said.
Yeah, I believe it was Labyrinth.
Yeah, I think it was the same thing. Did you see what happened with Logan Paul and that crypto scam with CoffeeZilla, man?
No, I didn't actually. I think I heard some about it, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. What's that all about?
Oh man, so God, you gotta watch it. I don't want to expose it. It's so good. It's a 3-part series from CoffeeZilla. Logan Paul scammed all his viewers. If you guys don't know Logan Paul, I mean, he's one of the most well-known people on YouTube. He told them all that you're going to create Crypto Zoo. That's the name of it. And then all these people started investing it, buying the coin. They dumped it on all of them. And it's a crazy series on CopyZilla, man. You guys gotta be careful with the pump and dumps. You never know, man. These YouTubers, they might get you. Not you guys. You guys are all cool. But you know what I mean? Like the bigger guys, they're crazy out there.
So like he was like the dev, he legitly, it was his coin and he pulled everyone in and did it, or he was like being paid by someone to do it. Like
No, he's not a dev at all. He's just a YouTuber, and he created it, and he told all his viewers it's the best thing ever. And then they did not a pre-mine, but they bought it 3 months prior. They all planned it out. God, I don't want to spoil it.
okay, don't spoil it, but
yeah.
So Logan Paul legitly though, he got this thing created. Like it wasn't a sponsor. Yeah. He didn't sponsor this coin. He was actually part of the coin itself.
Not the development of the coin, but he's the person. There's 4 core people that are like, yo, let's create a coin. And then what we're going to do is we're going to buy up all the coin. Then we're going to have all our viewers purchase that coin and dump it on them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he wasn't, like you said, he's not a dev, but he was behind the brains of this coin. He was like part 100%. Of the, let's do this to people type of thing.
100%. It's wild, man.
That is bad. See, that's a lot different. Like that's going into it with the purpose of doing this. Unlike, FTX, people getting sponsored massive amounts of money to push the coin and then have it all happen. This is legitly from the get-go. We're going to do this and then rug pull the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, man. And so apparently what they were going to do was they were going to have like an egg. And this egg hatches like an NFT almost. But it's not an NFT, but it kind of like that. If you've ever seen the NFTs that like hatch as an egg. Yeah. And then they told these people they're going to create a game out of it. And they just didn't create the game on them and just took all their money. Oh my God. It's terrible. Wow. Terrible. Yeah. And then the guy's still on YouTube and they're doing it again. They're making more and more of these, man. And they just keep creating new projects. And then they're like, this is my best work ever, guys. You can trust me with, you guys know me, man. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. And then they do it again.
That's the thing. Cause like, it's just like with mining, like there's probably still people out there mining Ethereum because they have no clue that it even went to proof of stake or anything. Like people don't watch every single video and realize what's going on or doing their research every day. So yeah, if they got away with it once, they're probably going to get away with it again until they finally get banned off every platform or something. But until that happens, if they're going into it again, that's just bad. And I believe that was your first reaction, wasn't it? Wasn't that your whole first debut video? Was something about that?
What, Ethereum?
No, your other channel there. Wasn't that Coinzilla or reaction to that or something?
Oh yeah, CoffeeZilla. Yeah, that's what I reacted to. I am telling you guys, even if you don't watch my video, watch it. It's a 3-part series and it will have you glued to your monitor. It's going to be one of the greatest hours of your life. It's about an hour between the 3 parts. It's crazy, man. Speaking of Ethereum, it's funny you say that. So there was a guy that I got involved into crypto mining last year. And then he called me the other day out of the blue. And he's like, hey, man, my rig's not working. And I was like, what's up, man? I was like, dude, are you mining Ethereum? He's like, yeah. Is that what it's supposed to be? I was like, man, I told you, bro. It's like Ethereum's going away. He's like, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, he's been trying to mine Ethereum for 3 months.
Oh my gosh. See, I've been telling people this is happening. People don't follow what's going on. They turn on a rig and they leave it. It could be across the world for some people. We have no idea, but like they mine stuff and then just let it sit. They don't look into what's going on. So we still don't know how much hash rate's on Ethereum. Before it was finally removed from mining pool stats, or mining pool stats says 0 because all the nodes went down. There's still a lot of people mining to their own nodes or trying to. So like how much is still sitting there because people just don't follow what's going on. It's crazy.
It probably expired, right? Didn't a lot of those pools have like a certain day period that you had to get it out of?
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, they all had that. And then they shut down their nodes and whatnot. A lot of them just did it instantly right at the merge time. But, there's still people that ran their own nodes and stuff. And in theory, technically, based on what everything was said, if you were to mine your own, create your own Ethereum node right now and solo mine to it, in theory, you still have a chance to hit a block because it's not fully 100% gone. It's just that the difficulty that they put into it, the artificial difficulty with that bomb and everything, inflated the difficulty to like gazillions worth of hash rate. So it's next to impossible for any miner to find a block. So everything, obviously, just like water, it goes the easiest route. It's going to POS. Yeah. But there is still that minor chance that you could hit that block if you had your own node running right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I know it's a different topic. Do you have any of the 40 series GPU, or are you gonna get one? Or
No, I don't. But I want one, but they're too expensive to start with, and I have no
yeah,
money at all for spare stuff. So, but looking at the 4000 series, they are good. They are some of the only profitable GPUs right now in reality because they're new, they're expensive, but they're also more efficient than the 3000 series, even though we only have 4090s and 4080s out right now. So I'm curious how the 4070s may do, but right now they are profitable GPUs. It's just that they cost so much.
yeah. So I tested the 4090 from Endless Mining. He's cool guy. And then I reviewed that, sent it back to him. Now I got a 4080 here. I have been trying to get in contact with the guy that sent me a 4080 for 2 weeks to send him back his 4080. He doesn't even reply to my messages. And I have a 40. That's what that is right there. Can you see it? Can you see this right now?
Yeah.
There's a 4080, almost a $2,000 machine sitting there. And I keep messaging him like, bro, do you want to get your 4080 back? If not, it's going to sit right there forever. Like, yeah, I just forgot about it.
Wow.
I keep reminding him. Yeah, he doesn't even respond.
Some people, maybe he's just loaded. They just don't care.
Yeah, I could send it to you to review if you ever want. I don't know if you.
I'll try it out.
Yeah, I'm serious. If you want to make like videos on it and stuff. I can't mine with it, dude. It's awesome, but it's just sitting there,
That's crazy. Absolutely. Camera chat, Gordon Murphy. I'll take it.
Yeah, I bet you will. Yeah, the 4090 though on Flux, I think I got 160 souls, and that's crazy because before that, the biggest one was the 3090 at like 105 souls around there. That's insane. That's almost 50% more. So the 40 series is great, but yeah, like you said, the cost is terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. NVIDIA is trying to do some artificial inflation to keep the value of their GPUs up. So I don't know. It's crazy.
And at 160 souls, I want to say I was at 270 watts or 275 watts. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I've been talking to other people that have the 4000 series, and they're saying it's some of their best GPUs. But like all of us, like it comes down to price, and it doesn't make sense, especially right now. Like even if you had free power, you're making 30-40 cents a day on free power on maybe the 4090s and stuff. The 3000 series, you're at like 16 to 25 cents. So even free power, it's not looking amazing. Like it is a little bit different this time because Ethereum did leave a massive gap. Going back in the past previous bear runs, we were still making 40 to 50 60 cents after power costs and getting super high yields. Now yields are right down because the hardware is still on there. People are just like, GPUs will come back, they have to. And if there's just too much hardware.
Yeah, Rabid, something I just thought of, man. Something I've always appreciated about your channel is that you keep it like it is, right? While everybody else is like, man, it's coming back. It's coming back. You've always been honest, even in the bull run. You're like, hey, guys, I honestly think GPUs are going to be down for a while. It could be 5 years and stuff. And then now we're starting to see it. And now I've been starting to think it because I'll be honest, I was definitely hitting that copium during the bull run. I was like, man, GPU mine's going to be great forever, blah, blah, blah. And, you've always been the guy that keeps it real and tells everybody maybe it won't be. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that. You could be right, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Lots of research. Also, those worksheets, looking at hash rates, guessing hash rates, assuming what prices they're hit. We can realistically determine the future based on whatever numbers we can think of. So we can look at what type of prices things need to hit, what type of hash rate things need to drop to hit at certain prices, or what type of hash rate coins can support once it hits certain prices. So we can't go through this and do it. It just takes a lot more work to actually figure things out.
Yeah. So if all of a sudden a coin pops off, right, as we've been seeing or we saw with like Casper or something, do you think everybody's just going to turn on and then that makes it not profitable again?
Well, obviously, I guess it would come down to what, like it's just a brand new coin or a coin that I already have. It determined on the coin as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. It probably would be the newer coins that would pop off right now. I don't know. I don't know what do you think? What's your opinion? You think like Flux, Ergo, any of the established coins are going to pop off anytime soon?
Well, it's like everyone, max voltage is really good at saying this as well. But, if you're looking into a coin and for one to pop out, it comes down to what are people going to buy? You know, it used to, it was funny. I always laughed and I got a chuckle out of it. And it kind of makes sense. It kind of doesn't, because security is a good thing to have. But I know a lot of people in the bull run were pumping because before F merge came and no one could expect that, the profitability would drop to like it was. But I was saying, profitability is going to die, guys. It's going to happen. But as it comes in and more hash rate comes online, we need something to really take over. And it comes down to a coin. Mining hash rate does not give coin a value. It gives it security, but the investors is what gives coin the value. The price will not go up only from miners. Miners mine the coin. They're not out there purchasing the coin unless they see that, bear market prices like right now. I do purchase some right now. Usually I don't. It's just mineable. But it's the investors that make the value in the coin. So you got to look at a coin and say, what is it doing differently than something else? I know this coin wants NFTs. That coin's going to do DeFi, but everybody's doing that. That's like the new baseline. That just because they're adding these things does not mean it's going to take off. Ethereum started it all. DeFi, we got DEXs, we got smart contracts. That's like the baseline now. So you need to do at least that and go above that. So really the only coin that's really doing something, I think, that's differently is probably Flux, with this whole ecosystem of trying to, compete against AWS, run everything within Flux and everything. Ergo, they got kind of a cool thing going with they used to have the smart pool. That thing was great, but it did shut down. So that sucks. It probably should have been the best pool for Ergo, but it just didn't have the support that I feel it should have got. So it's shut down now. So we don't have that. That means one miner, one machine, one vote is no longer a thing across Ergo. It's only going to be which pool has the hash rate in the miners. So they can pretty much rig a vote right from the get-go, because miners, like we said, we're still mining Ethereum. They don't go and change hash rate, look into a coin to see what pool is supporting what. They don't want to change pools. So anything can be rigged right from the get-go when it comes to the voting process, I feel. So really, that block.io where every miner did get their own token to vote as an individual miner, that's gone. So it can be rigged now. So moving on from there, they also, Ergo wanted to implement that was any gas fee for swapping coins around, which is cool, I think. So, you want to swap Ergo into something, instead of using Ergo as gas, you could use ETH or whatever they do support. They said pretty much anything. So that was something that is different, because as we know with Ethereum, we can only use ETH as a gas fee, and depending on the gas price, because it's still not fixed, even though it's POS, that's going to be addressed later, but it is nice and cheap now. But if it does get high, you're stuck with paying high fees. So it's nice to see that. But in the end, that isn't really anything game changing. So I really think it probably comes down to Flux and its whole ecosystem that it's really doing.
I 100% agree, man. Oh, it's so great hearing you say that. And again, I've seen you say that on your streams and your channel as well. Because if you really think about it, like, a brand new currency is happening. You're essentially asking people to either replace the dollar or supplement the dollar, or have a different way to use their money, right? So when you just say, oh, it's decentralized. Oh, who isn't? Right? That's not really a selling point. And a lot of people will say that, man, it's this new coin, it's decentralized, it's the same stuff. It's like, what else are you doing, man? Like you said, the baseline. Like, what are you doing that's different? And I love what you said about Flux, man. Flux is doing so many cool things. And you can actually see, oh, maybe one day this will be a huge usable coin. But yeah, so many new coins come out and it's just the same script of like, oh, this is what we're doing. And it's like, oh, why would everybody hop on that from an investment point? I think that's a really solid point that you made there, Rabid.
Yeah, sure. And I can't remember. There's something else I wanted to say. Can't remember. It just flew off the top of my head. I'll think about it in a second.
While you're thinking, I'll think of something. ASICs. So what do you think about ASICs? Would you still recommend buying those, or would you recommend buying those at this time right now?
Well, obviously ASIC prices are down. But yeah, I think it's a crypto evolution. Obviously, depending on hash rate of GPUs and stuff and moving on, like I say, I think it's going to take 2 cycles for GPUs to actually become very good. Like, we're going to see some nice gains, obviously, in 2025. If the cycles keep repeating, we're going to see nice gains. But I still feel people that are shut off and they decide to turn back on, if they don't end up selling, I feel 2023, this year coming in, towards the end and the start of 2024 will be pretty much the hardware drop off, the dumps. This is where people finally, we've been mining for, you know, a year and a half, 2 years, no profits. They start giving up. This is when we're going to start see all that hardware actually start to drop off networks, unless they just shut off. You know, a lot of people are just shutting off, and what happens? Everyone shuts back on, turns back on, and then the difficulty raises. So we're not going to see that. So depending on what happens throughout this year and the start of next year, it will determine how profitable GPUs might be. But I don't think we're going to see anything massive. Best case scenario, I think, is we'll be lucky if we see the same profitability on GPUs as we saw just before the Ethereum merge, moving into the bear market. And that is like, what were we doing? Like 60, 70 cents on a GPU after power. So that might be best case scenario. We're looking at 2 or 3 year ROIs on GPUs still in 2025. So I think for these coins to, you know, like I said, they're going to take off, but I think they're too young. They all came out after 2017, 2018, 2019 area. So they're really, really young here. They only seen one bull run. They need time to grow and expand. And I feel 2029 might be when we see the big explosions across Flux and stuff. I'm not saying they're not going to in the next run, but I think they need more time to mature and grow as coins to everybody. And then once they do, the 3000 series cards are going to look older than Polaris cards in 2029. We're going to have 2 or 3 more newer gens worth of GPUs at this time, and they're just going to dominate. So is it even worth picturing and purchasing the 3000 series as they drop this time if the 2025? So I think it's a lot different than previous runs. And we're really going to have to think about what are we going to do as miners for GPUs. And ASICs is the evolution. There's FPGAs. You know, it used to be an underground cult type of say where, you know, not too many people were really into it. The supply wasn't there. It's a lot harder to do because, as we know, a lot of miners, you know, pretty much you got to do it for them. No offense, but, you know, they don't want to be bouncing around. They don't want to do the extra work. They want to set it and forget it. And that's the way they want to roll. That's why NiceHash is a very popular platform. But, you know, I think we're going to need to adapt and figure out how to program these FPGAs and adapt to them. I'm hearing some crazy numbers from some coins coming out. Like there's some FPGAs that may or may not, remember, I like to say may or may not, but you know, these are numbers I kind of heard. But take Radiant, for example. There might be a 200 gigahash miner at around a couple hundred watts coming. Just saying.
Oh, wow.
So like it's going to get pretty insane here. And there are going to be some, you know, adaptation to take. And I think GPUs are starting to get left behind. And ASICs is, you know, one of those. And have you heard about those hash blades that Locatech actually is coming out for scripts here soon?
Yes, I watched your video on it because the L7's always been the king. And then you said this other one's coming out and it was only a couple hundred watts for very similar hash rate, right?
Well, yeah. So the hash blade, so in April, it sounds like, now a lot of people have been following Locatech and they're like, okay, they've been promising stuff for a while, but they've also been developing this for a while and they had some prototypes, but they weren't where they wanted to be. So in April, it sounds like the USB miner, they'll be displaying their chip on a USB miner just to show how well the chip does perform. So obviously they're putting on a USB miner, don't know what the hash rate will be, but then there's going to be, you know, hundreds of these chips within their hash blade, which is going on to like a PCB for a GPU pretty much. So you can convert all your GPU rigs into script miners. It looks like one is about 2 gigahash. So one GPU. So picture, we're going to talk as a GPU because it looks like a GPU small, had little ASIC chips on it, but you put it in your normal mining frames and everything. So it's supposed to be 2 gigahash at around 1 to 200 watts per hash blade. They want to price it. Now, right now, it looks like the pricing is around $1,600 to $2,000. So it kind of seems maybe expensive, but at the same time, I don't really know. But when it comes to it, but they're looking for an ROI of 1 year for miners. So, you know, the price could, depending on price at the time of release, it could go up, could go down, depending on it. But they want to shoot for around 1 year ROI, which is pretty good. So picture a GPU that can do 2 gigahash for a couple hundred watts on script. Now, if you have a 6 GPU motherboard or something, you know, a little gigabyte one or something, you put 6 of those in, that's 12 gigahash for like 600 watts or something. An L7 is 9 gigahash at 3,300 watts. So you can kind of see what's going on here. Plus, they're cheaper to ship because they're so light. And that's another big point they're trying to bring across. So, you know, it's pretty crazy on the evolution that's coming across with all these ASICs right now.
Yeah, man. Now that you mentioned that, I have something to say. All right. Maybe it's not a popular opinion, but it's how I've been feeling. So it's been about 3 months since I was kind of forced out of the market, right? Because of Ethereum going away. And I look around my house, man, And I'm like, wow. Because I feel like I was so blinded. It's also my fault as well for buying too many graphics cards. I have almost 200 graphics cards. I have motherboards out the butt, and I have like 3 rooms right now full of just graphics card stuff. And I was thinking, man, like, dang, I would much rather buy some ASICs, a couple ASICs that make similar profit, and it'd just be done with it and just plug it in. Honestly, it's funny you say that, man. And that's something that's been crossing my mind. And my wife's getting mad. She's like, hey, this other room is just, got this whole room that we can't even use anymore. And it's just sitting there. And I was like, man, if I got an L7, which I don't want to buy L7, I want to buy like the next Doge miner, whatever that's going to be, or some of these FPGAs that you're talking about. It'd be so much easier. It'd be so much better for me in my situation. Just random thought.
Yeah, for sure. And remember, like, this is one new tech that's coming out. Now, how is Bitmain going to answer? As we know, they're the kings of all these ASICs and everything all over the place. Now, early rumors are saying Bitmain didn't want to release another miner till 2024. They have been working on one. And I was like, well, and a lot of comments are they really going to kill their own miner? The L7 has been king. And if we look at the KA3, the K7, the ones they've been putting out, they've been dominating the market in huge performance leaps, like 4 to 5 times the hash rate, either the same amount of power or less. So it's pretty insane. They're pretty much making everything from any other company obsolete. So are they going to release something earlier to maybe answer this? And it sounds like maybe they will just cut some corners and drop a halfway model, but early releasing on some numbers that they are dropping on the 2024 model that they're working on definitely looks like it's blowing the L7 away. So like there are some leaked numbers now pretty much right after I dropped that video, which is interesting that those popped out all of a sudden because it seemed like it was just rumors, but it does look pretty insane. So with that coming in, that means the L7, if it is as much as they say it is, will drop in price a lot because they're going to want to get rid of that stock. And they're also doing something fishy right now as well, is their miners lately have been selling out in like 30 seconds. So do they actually have stock, or are they only releasing 10 to 20 at a time and trying to keep the price of the miners up? They're pulling a page right out of NVIDIA's book. So we don't really know what's going on with supplies and demand, but we do know demand is up. But is the supply actually there, or are they just artificially saying it? Maybe they have millions. They're just going to release it every couple of months at higher prices than they need to because it's an artificial demand. So it's a very interesting thing going on between all these big companies right now.
Yeah, man. No, it's really interesting. And the reason that I lean more towards the script miners, we'll see what happens with FPGA. That could change my entire opinion. Is because if you think about the L7, L7's been around for what, a year? I think it came out November last year, something like that. And it's been pretty much the king the whole time. And that's really impressive. Like, what's better than the L7? Now, the problem with Cadena, and I do like Cadena, but the problem with Cadena, as you mentioned, is you'll get this new Cadena and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then a couple months later, they got a brand new Cadena that's 4 times better. And then you get a couple months after that, you're like, oh, now we got the KA3. And it's like, dang, man, I just bought the newest and greatest Cadena miner. What's after the KA3? It just keeps happening to the Cadena miners. And then that's something that always bothers me about that one.
Oh, for sure. And then eventually it could turn into something like Bitcoin, where the hash rate is so high, you're hardly getting any coins. And then it starts coming down to who has the cheapest price, because that's going to be who's going to be mining, because the hash rate is going to be spiking up so much. Your yields are going to be definitely dropping. And we don't know what the next coin is. Remember when Cadena pumped, it hit $23 or something. It maybe hit that for, what was it? Not even a day. If you look at the charts, like straight up and then down. So is it even going to hit that again? There's a good chance we might not even see previous all-time highs in the next bull run. That's always something we got to realize. So you really got to stick with your guns on what is the safest crypto. And that's one reason why I've been kind of taking some of my stables and stuff. Like, yes, I believe Flux is going to pump and do great, but in the end, Bitcoin is honestly probably the safest investment out of any of the cryptos out there. So, and it's a safe bet to go there. Now, you can gamble on the other ones and just hope, but if they don't hit previous all-time highs, you technically lost.
No, agreed, man. 100%. So I looked up Bitmain's website, S19 XP, which is like the best of the best, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually in stock right now for only 6,000. That's crazy to think about. This is the best of the best news miner, and it dropped to 6K, man. Because this was
crazy.
Because last year, it wasn't even that long ago, right? I think the 104 terahash, or maybe it was 110 terahash S19s were going for 12K easy. And now this newer S19 XP, 6K. Can't even sell it.
Yeah, well, look at all the farms though that are shutting down and everything as well. And then you have very limited on who purchases those because they're also very loud. They use a lot of power. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Like Bitcoin, like says, it's the safest. But I feel if I was going to build a mining farm myself, it would be probably with ASICs on script or something instead, because you'll be getting
Yes.
more per day for less power. So if you really want Bitcoin, swap that on the Bitcoin. That's way more. My CPU rigs are making more than a BTC miner. So technically, I am making more with my CPUs and stuff than I would be buying a Bitcoin miner in BTC. So, and it's a lot more efficient. So there's different ways to look at everything. But in the end, obviously, BTC is the safest route to go about it.
Absolutely. What's your electric rate?
Well, Canadian, I hang out at about 15 cents. I'm locked in at 6 cent power. But with transmission, distribution, and service charges, that's all third party to, send the power to me and stuff. They base all that on 0.02 cents or something, and it based on power you use. It comes out to 15.5 cents. So it worked out in the USD. It is about 11 cents. So I just convert everything into, I have about 11-cent power.
Okay. So I looked up the S19 XP for my electric rate, which is 17 cents. Terrible. I would lose $3.38 per day if I was to use the best of the best BTC miner. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it. They use too much power for what they get. And the hash rate on Bitcoin is crazy. And the Bitcoin price is falling. And, everyone's predicting that it's supposed to go up in, I guess the difficulty is supposed to increase another 3%. So it's pretty insane the amount of hardware that's still coming online, even with a lot of these large farms turning off.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like you'd be profitable on it at 11 cents. So you could buy a $6,000 machine to make 90 cents a day.
90
How long does that take? 3 years?
Yeah, that's crazy. 5,000 watts.
What do you think about Handshake? I keep seeing Handshake, not so much on the YouTubers, but I see the ASICs pushed a lot.
I gotta look that up. I don't really. Is that Handshake? Is that Nervous? No, that's not Nervous, is it?
So sometimes you'll see, I want to say Nervos / Handshake on the same ASIC, and you can pick one. And then also sometimes it's like Handshake and Sarah Coin. I forgot what it is.
Sia Coin. I think Sia Coin has some. It's seen some decent price, gains. Is that what the K7 mines? That's Eagle Song.
Whatever the at-home miner one. Shout out to Red Panda Mining. I see him in here. He let me borrow it for like a week or two. And so I just did Sia Coin that week or two the whole time. So I got like a huge bag. And if Sia Coin ever does well, I'm ready.
Yeah, actually, I tried one of those from who was it? It was Coin Mining Essential, but I had to send it back. So I sent it back. But that's what I mined too. One, I picked Sia because I've heard about Sia. I never really looked into it, but it also used less power. So I'm like, I'm going with that.
A lot less. Yeah. I think it was like 700 or 800 watts for the ASIC. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. It was like, oh, this is like my first ASIC. I can't remember what pool I went with that though. I was like, sweet, this dashboard looks awesome. This is what big miners feel like.
So CPU, how interested are you in CPU mining these days as opposed to last year?
Probably more for now anyway, until more people get it. But the difficulties are still decently low. And again, it comes down to a lot of swapping, but I've been hanging out mostly on Dero. But the CPUs, through it all, still have remained fairly profitable.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. And maybe I need to turn something on. I have a lot of Raptorium, actually. How much do you need? I remember you stated either on Twitter or on YouTube, you started your own, was it master node? I forgot. You had a lot for something.
They're smart nodes. I haven't started it yet. I put in the withdrawal to pull it out, but you need 1.8 million coins to run a node. So that's where obviously the smart nodes and the hosting services like iNodes and Solly nodes is very handy because you just pretty much join up with everybody and collect that passive income. But to actually run the node yourself, you do need 1.8 million now, and that's quite a bit.
Okay, I don't have that much. I just looked. I got 96,000. Raptorium to the moon. We need this thing to take off. Let's go, Raptorium.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's cool. They're also working on that game, though. I hope that game takes off, honestly, because I love MMOs. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot, so it's supposed to be something like that. But unlike, you know how Nexa, they're going into, you play that quite a bit, actually, the Grand Theft Auto thing and everything. But they're implementing, Nexa into games as a side currency. So like Raptorium, depending how the game plays out, that's probably going to be a big thing as well. But Raptorium is blockchained into the game. Like every item in the game is an NFT on the Raptorium network. The currency is going to be through Raptorium. Like it is 100% integrated Raptorium within this big MMO. And hopefully they take, 10, 15 years to implement it because they got to do it right. You don't want to skip anything.
Right.
They are running into issues that I believe like one of the World of Warcraft devs, he's from Burning Crusade type of times here, like back when WoW was still good.
Dude, I didn't even know they were making a game. And if it's an MMO, you know who Asmongold is, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, come on, man. That's the biggest streamer top 10 biggest streamer on Twitch, World of Warcraft guy.
Yeah. I see him pop up there, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he loves MMOs. He tries out all new MMOs. All it takes is he just has to get whiffed of a new MMO. He will try it, and that shit will blow up. So that sounds really cool. What's the name of the game? Do you know? I want to look it up.
They don't have it yet. Just look up Raptorium MMO or something. But yeah, they got one of the head devs from early World of Warcraft days working on it. And he's in Ukraine, so it's taken a little bit of time now with everything going on. But yeah, they're working on that. Hopefully it's going to take a while. And then that's another thing with the smart contracts. Like originally when Raptorium started, they had the nodes for their backup security. So the smart nodes could validate if a 51% attack ever occurred across the proof of work side. So that's what the smart node. So you have to have like 70% control of the smart node, which means 70% of circulation on top of over 51% of the hash rate to attack Raptorium. That's a very expensive job. So even with the price pretty low, it's cost quite a bit to do. Anyway, so with their latest update, last month they dropped the futures update. So if you're having issues syncing your wallets and stuff, that's probably why it's a mandatory wallet update. But it enables the smart contracts and everything is actually going to be validated on the smart node side. So it's almost like they're doing a POS POW mix here where transactions in the coin is still being validated proof of work side, but then the NFT and the smart contract side is going to be on the node side of that. So those nodes are going to start gaining more value through transaction as well, leading into the future and leading into maybe the release of this game, because everything will be running across NFTs, smart contracts, and all that stuff across this MMO as well. So it's an interesting ecosystem that they're actually kind of doing as well.
That's cool. Yeah, I had no idea they were making games, man. That sounds interesting. I would not be surprised 10 years down the line, hell, maybe even 5, but more likely 10 years down the line, a lot of games have crypto involved or NFTs or something like that. I don't think crypto's going away by any means. It just takes one of the big companies to figure it out, and it's going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. Except for Steam, who was it? Was it Steam? I know Steam and Epic. One of them wanted to ban, I think it was Steam, wanted to ban crypto altogether. Anything to do with crypto in its game, they didn't want. And then Epic was the other one. They decided they would allow crypto, but only to an extent. I can't remember. There's something going on there. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that's interesting. Might have to do it how Neoxa does it. Neoxa does everything manually, which is out of the game, which has got to be difficult. You can only do that on a small scale. You don't actually get it in the game, and I think that's why, like what you mentioned, because it is through Steam.
Yeah, and it's also only modded. Because I was actually talking to the Neoxa team about Ark Survival Evolved. I play that on the gaming channel a lot. It's a survival game, tame dinosaurs. It's awesome. But they're saying they could easily implement that in, and the way some of the mods work is it'd be interesting how they do that, because one, there's so much to that game, it's kind of hard to get into when it comes to the breeding aspect and so on, and resources and harvesting and machines to harvest. So there's so many different ways that they could utilize Neoxa into that, from mining and going out there and farming certain fragments to smelting it in a giant forge to turn it into that Neoxa, or a dinosaur that has a certain ability that can only get it from something else. Like there's different ways, and they said they looked into it and they may implement that into Ark Survival Evolved. So I think once they do that, I'd definitely be into Neoxa more, because that is a game that I play quite a bit and it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I love it. I love the ideas of all that stuff. You know what's crazy? I can't say the exact Neoxa I earned because they don't like that. I will say it's over 70,000 Neoxa, and that's from playing Grand Theft Auto. Think about that. Do you know how much electricity I would have had to spend like to get 70,000 Neoxa in today's market? I don't know, but I know it's a lot of money, and that's just from playing Grand Theft Auto. Think about that. It's kind of crazy, man. You can make a lot of crypto, and it's actually significantly more profitable than mining. It also takes your time away, but you're also having fun.
Very true. That's funny. I remember, it was a few months back, and there's always the push. Bitcoin mining, whatever, uses too much power. And then I went back and I did some research kind of, and I was like, they say there's over 2 billion gamers in the world, yada, yada, yada. So I actually took my gaming PC and I mined on it and I tested my power, and then I played a game on it and tested my power. And I looked at it and I was mining with I can't remember what I had. I think it was a 5950X and a 3080. Mining the two together was around 450 watts or something. But when I was gaming on it, I was using like 650, 700 watts. Then I times that by 2 billion. And then I looked at it, and it was over 5 or 6 times more power that gamers would use over all the miners that they said in just Bitcoin alone. So I was like, where's the numbers coming from? Why is this happening? And I think there's a big push onto this because in the end, all they really want to do is they know if they cannot control your funds, then they can't control you.
Yeah, no, that's a solid point, man. See, I always cap out my, I still use, oh my God, what is it called? You cap out your overclock. MSI Afterburner. I still use that before I play games. So it tells me I'm only using like 120 watts. I don't know if it actually is. Maybe it's not.
I'm not sure. I don't set anything when I play my games. I just let it all play, hit on default and go. Actually, I keep my CPU down to my mining speed because I don't need much more than that. Currently, it's a 7950X on my workstation with a 3090, so it can run anything. I don't know what the power this machine uses now when playing a game, but I think I should probably test that. It's probably up there. But I'm also using a titanium-rated power supply as well in there, so we'll see.
Oh, wow, titanium. Damn, big baller. I'm going to give you a Hadouken. Cap. Did you hear it? Could you hear it?
Actually, I got that power supply for free. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, I have a question. Do you have any Windows rigs?
Yes, my workstation's in Windows. My server PC is in Windows, and the little one's PC is in Windows.
Do you mine on them at all, or?
Yeah, they're all mining as well.
Dude, seriously, I don't care if you do this or not, but you should really consider it. I use free cash, right? All you do is sign up to free cash. I go to loot.tv and I make anywhere from 60 to 70 cents extra. It's just an ad. You don't do anything, bro. Like once you sign up to the app, you just open up this ad. It runs 24/7. I make 60 to 70 cents Bitcoin per day on top of whatever you mine for that Windows machine. So that's already almost more profitable than any graphics card on the market. On top of, right, like the graphics card you're already using, and it's literally just a window, right? Like, when you open up Google, it's just like that. It just plays ads 24/7. And it's no skill. There's no time out of your day. You should really consider it, at least on your Windows machine, one of them.
I should check it out for sure. Well, the GPU is not mine there, just the CPU is, and the rest is running nodes and whatever else in there. It's got Roblox in the background on an auto clicker.
Oh, we got a robot. Okay, what are you doing with it? You got a bot going?
There's a bot going on Roblox. Bitcoin mining within Roblox. I've made a few videos of those on the gaming channel.
Oh, dude, that's cool. I gotta check that out. Get my kid doing that. If I can earn Bitcoin, they play Roblox probably 10 hours a day. I'm not even kidding. I need to teach them how to get Roblox.
It's just in-game
Bitcoin. Oh, darn. Oh, okay. Yeah, because, dude, it sounds crazy. I probably sound like a crazy person right now, but I am always thinking, like how can I, because now that I'm like out of the market for mining, and I don't want to be, for the record, I love mining. I can't afford it, right? I'm always thinking, how can I earn crypto without mining? And I think like you're mentioning, and I mentioned, like there's other ways to earn crypto, like Neoxa, maybe this MMO for Raptorium. I've been doing free cash or whatever it is, right? Do you know New England Crypto? He has like multiple phones that constantly mine him Bitcoin. It's not much, but I think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like I would not be surprised if there were more profitable ways and maybe not on a large scale, but on a smaller scale to still earn crypto. And I don't think those creative ways are going to go away anytime soon. If anything else, I think it's going to be easier and easier to earn crypto in other ways besides buying graphics cards, ASICs, stuff like that. Technology is just going to keep evolving. What do you think on that? You think I'm crazy?
Oh no, you're 100%. Technology is obviously going to keep evolving. Things are going to get smaller, more profitable, less power, all this stuff. I remember seeing, like, for actually a few years now, there's been like cell phone mining farms, like hundreds of cell phones plugged in mining stuff. So, cell phone mining is definitely a thing. It's been around for a little while. I actually tried that. I remember when you first mentioned that Cash App. It was a few months ago now. I did try it for a little bit. And then now, I don't know. I tried to get into it. It looks like it's no longer available in Canada or something crazy. I don't know what happened. Something weird.
Really? Oh, dude, that sucks.
I'm going to have to look into it again. But something happened. Like, I was using it legitly when you first mentioned it. I remember seeing something on Twitter or something. I was trying. I was like, hey, this might not be too bad. And then all of a sudden, like a month ago or something, I went to check it out again. And I was like, what's going on here? How come it's not working?
Yeah, like, dude, I've been using it for what, 4 months now? I've made almost, I don't know, $150, $160 Bitcoin for literally doing nothing. You just let the ad play 24/7. That is it in the background.
That's not bad. That's an easy $800,000, in a couple of years.
800,000. Hey, you never know. I have a question. Do you have anything on the exchange?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. Well, then I'll tell you this. So last bull run, I wasn't mining. I did try mining in the last bull run, but I thought it was a huge scam because I was making like 16 cents from Nice Hash. Anyways, irrelevant. So I had a little bit of crypto. It was Bitcoin. And I think at the time, man, it was probably like $200. Totally got locked out of my Coinbase. Forgot I even had a Coinbase. Checked it out last bull run. It was almost $2,000. And that's the only little bit I have on the exchange. I just leave it there just because I totally forgot about it once. Hopefully Coinbase doesn't go out of business. But hey, you never know, man. A couple of years from now, that could be a lot.
Very true. Very true. So yeah, I don't know, like judging, I'm not an analyst. I have no idea. But, I think Bitcoin next run is probably around the 100, 140 range. I think is probably what we may peak at, but I don't know for sure.
That'd be so nice. That'd be so great.
Definitely would be. I don't know if the bottom's actually in or not now, but it seems like, it could be very close. Now, I remember Bitcoin was at $60,000, and I was saying we're going to bottom around 14,000. And every analyst has changed their mind every 2 weeks. It's going to go to 200,000. Oh, it's going to dip to 20,000. It's going to go to 40. It's going to go to 85 and yada, yada. And I was like, 60K, the bear market's coming based on the past. And, everyone's still in full bull mode at this time. So like, stop spreading FUD. But regardless, I said, the bear market's going to come. We're going to dip to about 14,000 Bitcoin. And we did hit about 15.5. So from a 60,000 Bitcoin, about $1,500 off isn't too bad. So is the bottom actually here? I don't know. I feel December and January are usually the two critical months. I think once we hit February, we will be in sideways, fairly safe haven from there, but we'll see what happens. But I think, now is as best time as ever to pick your coin. Pick what you think is really going to explode, get into it, hold it, and wait. Because right now is the time to purchase it, your coins. Get your positions in before it's too late.
100%, man. Totally agree. I definitely think we're in the bottom stages. There's no way to say what that day is, right? Or what month that is. That's why I prefer dollar cost averaging. But one thing that I personally think, you guys, not financial advice, do your own thing. I think to myself, like, if it's a really sketchy coin or something that's not proven, like I love Ergo, I love Flux. I wouldn't call them sketchy. Let me rephrase that. They haven't really proven themselves, unfortunately, to like the world just yet. So in those situations, I wouldn't load the boat, right? Like I would definitely get involved in it 100%, but I wouldn't like go out of my way and sell my house or anything for that. Now, Bitcoin is much safer, in my opinion, at least. And so in that situation, I feel like, yeah, load as much as you can on BTC, 100%.
I agree with you 100% as well. That's why I've been taking a bunch of my stables that I had in there and everything. And I got a ledger and I slowly just been swapping things around. It's also, I look for the ups and downs. Like Bitcoin goes down, 3-4% or something. If I see something I have go up 2 or 3%, that's a bigger value worth of Bitcoin that I'll get. So I swap that out and I put it into Bitcoin because that's more than what I would have got if they're both at 0.0 or something. So I look for the
That's smart.
price fluctuations between the two to see where I could get more Bitcoin for.
Oh, that's smart, man. Merry Christmas, man. Rabid. It's coming.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Mary, what do I have? I have Cryptmas. Cryptmas. It might not be a thing, but it is now. I just started it. It's Merry Cryptmas Eve.
Merry Christmas. I like it, man. I get to be Santa tonight. I can't wait. You have kids?
Good old Santa. Yeah, I got one little one. She's 8 now.
Nice. Okay. Right on, man. That's
She's
beautiful
8.
thing.
She has about, I don't know, she has about $300 or $400 in Ethereum that she mined herself. She has about 30,000 Raptorium coins. She has I think she has a couple thousand Raven coin as well.
Oh, that's solid. What do you think of Ravencoin, man? Are we ever going to see a boom, Rabid?
Oh, I don't know. I know Ravencoin. I'm always scared when I talk about Ravencoin because it has a big army. It's either has a big army or it's got a lot of bots. So I don't know which one it is. But but you know, I don't know. Looking at the past run, like I said, it came out right after the 2017 run. It released 2018 or something. So again, this was its first bull run. And looking at the charts, it peaked about a day or two before Bitcoin's first peak, and then it never recovered. It just went down. And Bitcoin actually wasn't at the all-time high at that point. And when it actually moved to its Bitcoin's second run, where it actually hit the all-time high a few months later, I think it was 6 months or something, Ravencoin was about 50% of its initial shot. So there's a good chance that Ravencoin won't even see previous all-time highs in the next run. Again, I don't know, but I'm losing faith in Ravencoin personally.
Yeah. You know, I watch the markets all the time, not just crypto, like stocks. I'm involved in like all of that. And for whatever reason, none of them ever talk about Flux, Ergos, those kind of things. They're always talking about up and coming stuff though, but it's always proof of stake. All of them, man. Like all the analysts are talking about, or Polygon out of China, or this or that. And I'm like, man, they don't show any love to proof of work at all. I don't know what's gonna spike up besides Bitcoin just raising tides in general. I don't know how on a larger scale we can get these proof of work coins to really explode. What do you think?
I think this is where it's all up to the people. Mainstream media, all these analysts, they're all paid by sources that we probably can't talk too much about, or will be, you know what. But when you come to POS, the SEC pretty much said Ethereum's next. Once they're done with XRP, I don't even know. I've seen some articles that XRP could lose. Maybe they win. I have no idea. But in the end, it comes down to a simple process. POS is centralized. POS will end up turning into a security. The SEC is all over POS. So the only way to actually be decentralized is proof of work. That's the bottom line. If you want to be centralized and ran by governments, move to POS. Ethereum is about to witness this very soon. They're already getting very centralized. They're also getting censored quite a bit. So they're about to go through a turmoil cut time. And I feel like the devs said themselves before the whole merge happened that if they start getting centralized, 80% of them are going to quit Ethereum and go to either they're going to quit crypto completely. I highly doubt it, or they'll move to something else. And this is where I'm actually, it's a long shot, 100% long shot. But if Ethereum does hit that super centralized level and people start realizing this, remember, it does come down to what the people and the media and everyone is going to try to persuade you what to do. And that's where all this analysts and POS point of views is all coming from, is because there's paid publicity for POS, less energy efficient, less this. But when it comes to decentralization and what the people actually want and stand for, that's proof of work. In the end, I think eventually proof of work will end up winning due to those factors. But if, again, back to Ethereum, what if, the centralization happens and if the devs keep good on their word, what if they move to FW? It's pretty much exactly the same as Ethereum. Right at fork date of the POS, it was exactly the same as Ethereum. That's what it is. It's still moving there, but it's the proof of work side. Ethereum Classic, it is the default Ethereum from it all. Now, we still need the exchanges. I feel ETC is safe now with everything they implemented from previous attacks. Also that, but it comes down to the exchanges. They need to drop those confirmations. Ethereum Classic should be safe at this point. There's a bunch of hash rate on it and so on. A lot of ASICs, whatever. But we need those exchanges now to start dropping. It's not due to Ethereum Classic themselves. Because I talked to them, they said, talk to the exchanges. It's the exchanges that put these high confirmations on. So trading, just transfer it back and forth, I guess, is fairly fast. But we need that to happen. We need more support for proof of work, obviously, and these exchanges got to help us out as well. But I think in the end, proof of work will remain supreme.
So, okay, I respect it. How do you convince billionaires, right? It's got to be billionaires. Like, you should invest your money on a decentralized location and it's unregulated. Like, how do you convince people that already have tons of money to invest in a cryptocurrency like that?
That's a tough one, because they already have lots of money, and that's where the whole centralization comes in. And most of the people with all that money is all part of, getting that money from everyone else. Like, more topics that you can't really talk about how they got that. Anyway,
Right.
So, they're 100% for the proof of stake, because one, they can buy it all and own it all, and regardless. But we do have something that may have potential here. Like, obviously, Elon Musk, he has Twitter, and we have Dogecoin. I never used to be a Dogecoin. I was like, Dogecoin, meme, whatever. That's garbage. And then Elon Musk tweets about it, and then it explodes. And now he owns Twitter. What if he turns Doge into a Twitter currency, makes it you can do stuff? Doge is actually gaining a lot of momentum, and it's proof of work. I think for some reason now, I'm starting to lean towards that. There's probably a lot of money to be made through Dogecoin moving into the future.
Oh, I 100% agree with Doge, man. We're just a tweet away. Once the bull run comes. And, it's coming, man. It's coming for sure. Like, we just need the SEC. We just need the SEC to slow down on raising these rates, and we are going to moon. I'm telling you. Get it in. Whether that's stocks or crypto, whatever y'all are involved in. And you're going to look back at this opportunity 5, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and be like, dang, I wish I could have got in. I mean, dude, I don't know if you saw Tesla's down like 60%. It's criminal. Amazon's down 55%. We're talking about the biggest companies in the world. I mean, they're down so low. We're not going to get this opportunity too often, in my opinion.
Oh, no, it's crazy. It's just like everything else. Like you said, now is the time. We're hitting these lows, and things are going to pick up, and things are definitely going to be exploding. A lot of money is about to be made in the course of the next, 2 to 5 years for sure.
Yeah. And like you said, analysts, and I don't believe anything these analysts say. You know why? Because everybody's right eventually. Either the stock goes up or it goes down, right? So if your position is very bullish or bearish, you're going to be right eventually. So do what y'all think is best in your situation, man. Load up if you can. Absolutely.
100%.
Gandalf says, have I bought up any Tesla? No, I haven't, man, because I've been holding my Tesla since 2017. So even though it's down 60%, I'm still up like 40% or something like that, 30%. So no, I have no reason to buy Tesla. I got in. I was such an early investor of Tesla. There's really no reason for me to buy more.
Panda's loading up with Dogecoin.
Doge, man. The main problem for me with Doge, though, is its unlimited supply. I'm not a fan of that.
ETH was unlimited. Look at it.
True. Oh, valid. You're right. Touche. Valid point.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing too. Like, I remember a whole talk is always Bit Trippin brought up, he talked about it the most, obviously, is, everyone tries to bring up the supply and demand and circulating and so on with Ethereum, but it never really made any sense because Ethereum is unlimited. If you want Ethereum, you buy more Ethereum. It is minted instantly.
Yeah. Quite the opposite of Bitcoin, eh?
Yep. Bitcoin is limited. What is it? 21 million. And I like that comment there. What is it? It's actually been going around for a while now, but it's like there's over 1 billion millionaires or something like that in the world, or 800,000 millionaires, something like that. Now, what if every millionaire wanted 1 Bitcoin? Obviously they can't. What would that price hit?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. How many millionaires are there? There's actually a lot of millionaires. It's not even that impressive like it used to be 20 years ago.
No, I know. That's what I mean, though. Like, just 21 million supply total. Now, who knows how many were lost and everything, and old wallets and so on. But there's only going to be 21 million. And there's way more millionaires. So if every millionaire wanted 1 Bitcoin, what the heck is the price of 1 Bitcoin going to hit?
I get what you're saying. Oh, that's a great question. I'm actually up to 0.7 Bitcoin now, man. That's like my lifetime goal, is to earn 1 Bitcoin. And that's from like all my Ethereum from last year converting into Bitcoin auto, free cash, everything. I just want to earn 1 Bitcoin, you know, self-earned in some kind of way, even if it's not directly mining.
Oh, that would be very sweet. 1 Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure everyone has their eyeballs on having 1 Bitcoin.
That's the goal, man. You know, and well, yeah, it's quite a different strategy. There's only less than 2 million left, right? I think 1 point something million left.
I'm not sure what it's at right now.
I don't know.
Paradigm Tech says I have 0.000000001 BTC.
Was that like a penny?
I'm not even sure.
Bitcoin. I want it, man. That's my goal. And
What did you say you're at?
0.7 actually. 0.7.
0.7.
Yep.
Wow, you're almost there. Wow. Nice.
I'm almost there. Yep, I'm almost there. And you know, like I said, everything, not everything. I'd say 90% of the Ethereum I mined, I had auto converted into Bitcoin. All pretty much last year, or I did manually. Either way.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that definitely would have helped.
So, what do you? If Ethereum could come back tomorrow, I have a question for you, Rabid. They say tomorrow, you know what? Ethereum, screw proof of stake. We're going back proof of work. It's all up to RabidMining. You can save everybody in the GPU world. Are you doing it? Or are we keeping it how it is now, spec mining, a lot of unprofitability and everything?
Oh, I'd definitely go right back to Ethereum. Look at the price, the block. It depends on their block rewards. But, you know, even if they want to do a split chain of 50-50 where 1 ETH would go to, POS, 1 ETH would go to proof of work, it would still be pretty profitable because of the value of the coin. And Ethereum, whether you like it or not, as a miner moving to POS, whatever, it's going to go up in price. Ethereum is exactly what crypto coins want and need, is a user base. And it's got a massive user base. Everybody is using it. It's pretty much everywhere. So, you know, like it or hate it, Ethereum's going to go up in the future.
I agree, Rabid. You know, before Ethereum went away, I was so blinded. I was like, man, bring it on. I can't wait to spec mine, man. I can't. Let's do this, man. Yeah. Now I'm like, bring it back, bro. Bring it back. I need my buddy here.
Yeah.
I'm hurting out here, man. I'm hurting.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's huge. It had a massive impact to everybody out there, and people are slowly starting to see it. It's not going to be like I said, like people are looking at what to buy and they're just like, oh, well, Raven coin's still profitable. These coins are still profitable, but with no idea on how much hash rate Ethereum really had. And once that hits other networks, what hash rate does to networks. And these are other things you got to keep looking at, even when purchasing newer miners and stuff like the KA3, for example. Like, oh, it looks awesome. If you put it up against the numbers of the current hash rate, yes, it's amazing. But if 5,000 of these miners sell, 10,000 of these miners sell, you're going to be getting like 60 to 70% less yields than putting it up to what the current hash rate is right now. So there's a lot of different variables definitely involved with mining cryptocurrency in terms of hash rate and difficulties.
Yeah, no, agreed, man. I wish, because I used to watch Panda, or I'm sorry, I went back to watch Panda's older videos, Bitsby Trippin', a lot of the OGs, even Son of a Tech, they were getting so much yield in the bear market. It was awesome. And that was what I was thinking was going to happen this bear market. I was like, okay, you know what? Even if it's not super profitable, at least I'm getting so many coins. Dude, like I was getting 0.5 ergo for the equivalent of, I don't know, 4 gigahash in Ethereum. I was like, what is this, bro? This is like $2-3. I was like, oh man, this is awful. Same with Flux and really every coin. I was yielding nothing. That's why I had to turn off, man. I don't know how your yields have been or if it's got better over the last 3 months, but the yield is bad. And I don't know.
Oh, it is. The hash rates are still up. And we had halvings go through, Ravencoin halvings and so on. We have Litecoin halving. That's ASICs, but that's coming up next year. So no, the hash rates are still, a lot of it's still online mining for break even. If you're even breaking even, you're just waiting. But the hash rates are up. The yields that everyone is expecting aren't there. Not like previous bear runs, which is why I'm saying it is different this time. Ethereum left so much hardware on the table that this time in this bear market, we're not going to be mining millions of dollars worth of coins leading into the next bull run because these coins aren't going to explode to those type of levels, and the yields just aren't there anymore like they were in the past runs. Now we're still early into this bear market. Like I said, I think critical 2023, early 2024 is going to be the critical times where our miners going to finally start giving up, shutting down, trying to sell or whatever. And this is when we start running into very cheap hardware prices. That's when the yields will start picking up with the difficulty down. But then it's also has that unknown factor. How many people actually just shut off and they don't want to sell? They see the difficulties drop and then they turn back on, and we're right back in the same boat. So there's a lot of unknown variables, but I think to hit those previous bear market times, we will see if it's going to happen or not sometime towards the second half of 2023.
Yeah, agreed, man. I'll tell you this, again, unpopular opinion. Next bull market, I'm selling everything, man. And then I'm going to try to buy the newer stuff. Or just buy the coin. Sell off my coin for sure. I wish I would have sold my coins. I was silly. I was like, I'm going to hold it, man. It's going to the moon. I have a couple Ethereum and a lot of other stuff. And Red Fox, I haven't actually seen him make a video in a while. Red Fox was saying, hey guys, I've been through a bear market. I've been through the other bull run. I'm telling you guys, sell half if you can. Sell half because it's going to go down. And I wish I would have sold a lot of those coins like he did, because man, I could have bought twice the coins right now. Me being stubborn, holding on to 2,000 flux, I could have had 4,000 flux right now and just rebought. And God, would you ever consider selling some of your hardware?
No, I mentioned this in previous live streams. Exactly the same thing, pretty much. So looking back at previous cycles and going into it, each cycle gets bigger and a little bit longer on the bull side, but it always reverts back down to a bear side. And it's, since 2013 with Bitcoin, same thing happened to 2014 drop, 2017 to 2018. Now we got 2021 drop into 2022 bottom. Now the same thing's going to happen in 2025. We're going to jump, and then 2026 we're going to be right here again in 2026 saying the same things on, remember the bull market, yada yada yada. We're going to be doing the same thing depending when that spike comes. But that's where a lot of the people that sell hardware, like mining hardware, mining frames and stuff, that's when they purchase all their hardware and stuff. And as a miner, it makes a lot of sense whether you sell half, 75%, or maybe even all of it for a huge gamble. I don't know. But if you sell your entire farm when everyone really wants it, like right now, people won't even buy an Ipollo miner or, an ASIC or something when it's only $200 or $300, only making 30 cents a day after power, which is still profitable, but they'll spend $6,000 on it when it's making $2 a day in a bull run. So it makes 0 sense.
100%.
Your yield, bull runs are the worst time to mine crypto because your yields are absolutely down, but everybody is into it and talking about it because the value is so much higher. So if you sell everything up, then buy everything back in those bear markets, you could, times 3, times 4 your entire farm and have money left over on top of getting a lot more coins from purchasing them. So these are cycles that if you learn to recognize them and use them to your advantage, you can do a lot of good things with it.
No, that's really good advice, man. And again, this was my first bull run as a crypto miner, so I'm definitely learning a lot. And I'm going to go through this whole bear market, and I'll still be around for the next bull market. And now it's really good. And now I have that experience. And there was actually a lot of OGs that hit me up from Red Panda Mining's Discord. I won't say their names because they actually told me not to mention who they were. This was a while back when I was making videos and I kept buying. I got up to 10 gigahash. They're like, dude, sell your stuff. I've been through all the cycles. Sell your stuff, bro. You will make so much more money. And I was like, nah, bro. Diamond hands. Blah, blah. He's like, dude, like a lot of them from his Discord. Shout out to the OGs out there. Like, dude, trust me. Sell your stuff now. You'll buy twice what you have in the bear run, and you'll thank me later. And I was like, nah, bro. I'm hanging on to it all. Ugh. But that's okay. Next time, I'm going to be maybe not the OG, but I'm going to be a G. And I'm going to remember all the experience that I had through this one, and I'll be like, okay, now it's time to sell out. I'll just rebuy double the next one.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like I say, you never know. It is like Panda said, sell if you think you can time the market right. And you never know. You can never time it. But instead, you can use mainstream media and everything that's going on, what's being talked about for doing like day trading type of stuff. But I feel for like the big ups and downs, it runs in the cycle. So if you just zoom out, look back, you can see 2025 it will be up, And then the bottom, most likely end of 2026 sometime, based on what's happened past. Will it happen the same way? Who knows? It might be in November, or it might be January, February. It's going to be plus minus a few months. It's never exact science, but we can time tops to bottoms fairly close. So use these things kind of to your advantages. And then also, what was I going to say on that? Oh yeah, like hardware wise, a lot of people doing exactly what you said, make tons of money off buying and selling hardware. Like take B250 mining expert motherboards, 19 slots with a CPU and the RAM. In 2019, I got 2 of them for $30 a piece. And then when the bull run hit in 2021, they're $600 a piece with no CPU or RAM. The CPU was another $80 to $100 in the bull run just for a piece of crap CPU and stuff. So you can buy these things, buy the hardware, even though you see them cheap, maybe you don't plan on mining. But in the future, you could probably sell those things for 6 to 10 times what you paid for them in this bear market, just in hardware sales.
100% agree, man. And like a couple people are saying, you can't time the market. Okay, so you can't time the peak, right? You can't say like July 13th is going to be the all-time high. It doesn't work like that. But you can dollar cost average. It's pretty obvious when you're in a bull run, right? Like, am I wrong on that? You kind of, it's pretty freaking obvious. Things are going up. And so at least for me, what I'll probably do is just dollar cost average selling my stuff. I know that doesn't make sense, but maybe I'll unload 5 GPUs here, 10 there, 20 there. So you definitely get those better points for sure. It's really not that difficult. The bull runs, at least from the charts, seem to go on for at least 12 months or so. So I mean, there's plenty of time to know when you're in the bull run. It's not like, oh, I missed this exact day, so I timed it incorrectly. And even if you made 2-3 times your money, it's okay if you didn't make 4 or 5 times your money. Yeah,
everyone's going from crypto miners to crypto hardware salesmen.
Dude, right now, beef 250s, I probably have 15. Like, it's crazy. Like, I really want to sell those. And I have the one you're talking. I have the one. No, I don't want to sell them now. No. I'm saying bull run. And I have the BTC 19 expert. I have like 7 of those. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I didn't pay top dollar for them, but yeah, I wish I would have sold them for top dollar, man.
Yeah. Now that's one way to make money. Now there's also, obviously, we all talk about like trying to make money off crypto and everything, but there's another way. Like, it's sure you obviously like to make money, but another thing that I actually use it for all the time with inflation, and obviously YouTube doesn't pay very much at all, less than minimum wage. But like, I use my crypto all the time, almost daily, just to survive inflation. Honestly, I really do. I legitimately use crypto almost every day. I buy groceries with it. I do this. So mining is actually, helping things out in the process. And I also believe that using your crypto brings more value. If you just hodl it and everyone's hodling it, you wait for a time to sell, it just stays there and then dumps. So using your crypto, selling it, utilizing it, using it for use case scenarios brings more value, which is another thing I thought that Locatech was very interesting. And he says that if you really want to bring value to your cryptos, use your crypto, sell your crypto, use it what it's used for. If you just hodl it, you're not helping crypto out. So
True.
I think use case scenarios using your crypto, and I use my crypto like every day almost.
Dang, man, nobody talks about this, Rabid. I'm so glad we're having this stream. Like, you make some really good points I don't hear anybody talk about, and it's very important that people hear what you're saying. I totally agree, man. And it comes down, for me at least, what is your goal? Is your goal to get the coin? Not you personally. Is your goal to get the coin, the crypto? Are you, a believer in crypto? Or are you a believer in, burning electricity? What is the most important thing for me in my situation now that I've been off for 3 months? Do not get mistaken. I am extremely pro crypto. I love crypto in every way, but my goal is the coin. You know what I mean? However I get that is the easiest or best way at that current moment. Hey, it could be mining. It could be buying it. Hell, it could be playing on my phone. Whatever it is, I just want to get the coin. What do you think on that? Is your goal more getting the coin, or is it, burning electricity to get coin?
Nah, I think it's about just getting the coin, but in terms of the mining aspect of it, obviously it's burning electricity. So I'm making it now. That's why I'm so active and looking for coins, other coins. It could be no-name coins. Like when I look at a coin and you go to an exchange and you check it out, or you check mining pool stats, it has a daily volume of $60. Most people are like, oh, well, that's only $60 daily volume. That's garbage. If I go in, then there's not much hash rate. I'll gladly take that $60 and put it in my pocket.
Yeah. Hey. You know, every time something pumps that's small time, I've tried to sell like Neoxa when it hit a penny. Impossible, man. Impossible. If you don't already have it on the exchange, that's something I've been learning with a lot of these more speculative coins. Now I'll put them on Trade Ogre. Maybe you shouldn't do that, right? I'm not recommending you put your things on exchanges. It's never a good thing. But I put everything that's more speculative on Trade Ogre or whatever I can put it on. So that way, if and when it does pump, I could just sell. Because otherwise, I don't know if you've used like Neox. I think it's 300 confirmations. At the time, it was 550. So it was like 12 hours to sell out. And by that time, the pump's over and you miss it.
Yeah, 100%. Like I use Trade Ogre quite a bit, actually. I love it for, if I do any swaps into Bitcoin, for example, because their withdrawal fee, that's the thing where a lot of exchanges get you, withdrawal fees. So I use Litecoin a lot to move coins around. I swap into Litecoin, move it to Trade Ogre or whatever. And I use Trade Ogre to withdraw the Bitcoin into my wallet. So swap it in, because most exchanges charge like 0.005, I believe, like 3 zeros, 5. And that's like $25-$30 in Bitcoin at current price. And Trade Ogre is like 4 or 5 zeros, which is 80 cents. So the withdrawal fee is very cheap coming out of Trade Ogre. So I use them all the time for swapping stuff into Bitcoin. And Litecoin seems to be a very cheap option to withdraw from the majority of exchanges at 0.001 or something, which is only like, I don't even know, 40 cents or 20 or something. So I swap things into Litecoin, move that off those main centralized exchanges because they charge you an arm and a leg if you really want to pull out your Bitcoin, move that in, and then swap it on Trade Ogre to Bitcoin, very cheap withdrawal fees, and put that in my ledger that way. So I take these different routes around to get the least amount of fees possible to get my coins, because the more you give to exchanges, the less you're going to get in return.
Oh, that's smart, man. That's smart. I didn't even really think about that. I didn't know Trade Ogre was that cheap. I just use it because everybody says it's an OG. Again, I'm not an OG. Everybody says it's OG, and it seems to work really well, and it actually takes on most coins, right? I think you can find a lot of coins on Trade Ogre that you can't find anywhere else. Hawk, weren't you supposed to be here in this stream with us, Hawk?
Stop the cap.
There's Hawk.
Hey there, Hawk. Did he tell? I'm gonna put him on blast. Did he say he wasn't coming at least?
No, he just didn't answer.
He didn't even tell you he wasn't coming?
He said he was coming, and then today he didn't answer. So now he says he overslept.
Wow, this the kind of guy Hawk Crypto is? We sat around waiting. We started the stream slightly late. I vouched for you. I put my name out there. I said, Hawk would never do that to the boys. He'll be a little late. Did I say that, Rabid?
You said that.
I said that. I vouched for my boy Hawk Crypto. I said he wouldn't do that to us. If he said he's gonna be here, he's a man of his word, and he'll be here.
Oh, I don't even know what's going on now.
Sorry, I'm
awesome.
my bad. Taking over the show. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Love you, Hawk. We love you, Hawk. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I want to touch back up on that Neoxa thing, though, actually, where you said about the 12 hours. So ever since that 51% attack happened, then the exchanges increased it to a 12-hour confirmation time to send it to exchanges. So like you said, if you're not already there for that pump, you're going to miss it. 12 hours is, a huge window to miss pumps and stuff. So I also feel, now, I could be wrong, especially for everyone that really believes in Neoxa. I feel that when that pump really happened, that huge one there, it might have been an artificial inflation due to that very reason. So you think about it, a new exchange releases, all you can do is pretty much buy. Everyone with Neoxa, it takes 12 hours to get their coins to that exchange. No one can sell. All you can do is buy at this point. So what happens when you buy coins? Obviously, the value goes up. So if you have 100% buying and 0% sellers, only thing it has to go is to the moon.
Yeah, true. No, Ether makes a good point, though. Neoxa, I think Neoxa was up for a while, because I remember I was in Discord. Whose was it? D-Miners or something? And there was like 8 of us in there, and we were watching Neoxa. And the Mining King, he has a good bit, and a lot of people are telling him sell, and he's like, I'm not doing it. Should I do it? Should I not? And no, I feel like it was a while. Now, an example of that is Meow Coin, though. Meowcoin, remember when that hit a penny, bro? I made a YouTube short. Oh, it's like, congrats to Meowcoin. For the record, never had a sponsorship with them, have no affiliation with them, whatever, right? So I'm like, Meowcoin hit a penny. Bro, I swear to God, an hour later, that thing was like a 20th of a penny. I was like, what the heck just happened? So yeah, I think Meowcoin's a good example of that, what you just mentioned.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, I was talking to NiceHash the other day because I like to bring a lot of concern about them. Is, that, like I said, a lot of people just like to pick the easiest way, and that's NiceHash is very popular even for gamers. I guess there's actually a lot of gamers that use their platform that don't really do much with crypto, but they're trying it out. That's probably thanks to Linus and stuff. But I was asking about them. Now I don't know anything about back end of things and how things work, but they say when they have their hash rental and stuff, it's based on the algorithm, right? Obviously, you're renting hash power, you're renting Kapow. Now, at that point, when you rent it, they don't know if they're using it to mine Kapow, like Ravencoin, Neoxa, or Meowcoin, or whatever. They just know that you're renting Kapow hash rate. Because I was asking them, how can we prevent 51% attacks? Why, and all this stuff, right? And they're saying, well, it's hard because they don't know that. So they're also saying new coins that want to just fork a coin and they're using a well-established algorithm, maybe should be careful, because then you're opening yourself out that. And that's why I see as soon as Meowcoin and stuff, they're gaining, people are talking about them. They're, we want to be on this pool and these pools in, you're getting all the people talking about it. And then all of a sudden, you don't have much hash rate on there. You're opening yourself up to future attacks before you're anywhere near have a security for your coin available yet. So I found it interesting though, going to them. Now I don't know, like I said, they said they can't tell where it's going, because as a buyer going to NiceHash, if no one knows how this works, pretty much I go in there. If I want to say I want to attack Neoxa, Meowcoin, whatever, I rent Kapow hash rate. I pick the pool and the wallet I want the coins to go to. After that, I'm just renting all this Kapow stuff, sending it to whatever pool I want. Maybe it's my own pool, my own node, because you'd have to configure it to do that attack. So obviously you're not sending it to like Wooly Pooly or something, because they'll know something's going on. So you set up your own pools and your own wallets that you want to get these coins. And on the NiceHash side, it sounds like all they know is that a whole bunch of Kapow hash rate is being rented, but they don't know which coin it's actually going to.
That's a good point. Just my opinion, NiceHash doesn't strike me as the company that gives a shit. Because like, no matter how many bad things that you say about NiceHash, not you, but like people say about NiceHash or good, nobody seems to care. Like NiceHash users are going to use it either way. I remember Linus Tech, he had an issue with them, and nobody cares. Like people that use NiceHash, which is a lot of people, by the way, a lot of people use NiceHash. They don't care. They don't care about any of that.
Well, that's like you said, like people don't check things. You want something that's easy to get running. You start it and you don't have to worry about it. NiceHash pretty much does that for everybody. It's point and click, easy to use, gamer. You don't need to follow anything. All you know is you turn it on and you get Bitcoin. That's all you really need to know. It's you set it and forget it, leave it alone. So that's what, most miners and stuff people do. They don't want to be swapping around. They don't want to be looking into what coin could be making this much or that much. All they know is they want to mine crypto and get their Bitcoin. That's what NiceHash does do for people. So as a nice, easy to use platform, it's winning because of these reasons.
Yeah. Hey, you want to get Hawk in here? He's asking. I got about 15 minutes left. I got to go freaking take care of this blizzard, man.
I don't have much time left either, because we got to get going to a Christmas party and stuff. Hawk, you better be here for the next one. Maybe next Saturday we'll try to do this exactly again.
Oh man, that was great, man. Oh, my boy Hot Crypto. What's Ether saying? Meow has. Oh, they're talking about Meowcoin. Okay. Oh no, I don't know if Rabid's ending. I don't know if are you ending? I don't know. I don't want to end your stream for you.
We could talk for a couple minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
Pretty soon though.
We're not leaving. So I'll tell you guys again, because I see a lot of you came in. Let me tell you about this blizzard. All right, sorry to take over the show again, Rabid. Let me tell you about this blizzard, man. All right, I used my four-wheeler, I used my snowplow, I used everything, and I was outside for probably like 6 hours. It is so bad. This blizzard is crazy. 60-mile-per-hour winds. I mean, just wild. We're already at 3 feet, and it's still coming. It's 4 days long, actually. It is terrible. I go, I clear out everything. It takes me about 4 hours to do, 3 hours at a time. I come back in about 3 hours. It's another 2 foot, man. I'm like, what is going on? It's like I did nothing. It's like I did nothing. Like, it's crazy, man. The whole house is shaking. We've lost power. I got it back, obviously, now. We've lost water. It is crazy. Anybody who's experiencing this blizzard.
How do I add? Hawk said he wants to come in for a couple minutes. Where do I add more people to the call?
I think you just get him in this chat. Like, invite him in here. Let me see. Is he your friend already? Let me see. I know he's mine. Should be add friends to DM at the top. It's like a human with like a plus sign.
Okay, I see that. Did you add me to friends?
I didn't ruin it just there, did I? I added him.
Oh, yo. Bro, I'm so cold. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh my God, I'm freezing, bro. It's ridiculous.
There he is.
I'm not. Bro, I'm freezing, DJ.
Hey, you freezing?
Man, it's cold, man.
Oh yeah, it's cold. How cold is it?
Right now it's like low 50s, but tonight it's supposed to be like 35, pushing down below 30.
You hear this guy right now, Rabid?
I hear him.
50s, bro.
Oh,
That's
man.
50s. He's got negative 30. I'm at negative 9. This guy's in the 50s.
I had to come and check the farm. I ain't been here in like 10 days.
Oh man, yeah. How's that farm going, man?
It's all right. It's going. We're moving to the new facility like in the next probably like by the end of January we'll be all ready to go. So I'm already starting to like take stuff apart, pack some stuff up, and get some stuff out of here. And it's going okay, man. It's just Rabid, I'm sorry, bro. I was working late last night and I completely overslept. I didn't even set my alarm. I forgot.
That's all right. We'll try to get you next week or so.
It's giving you a hard time, bro. Congrats on the new facility, Rabid. Are you tracking what Terra Hash? Was it
Terra Hosting
is doing, Rabid?
Yeah, I've been kind of watching. That's one thing I wanted to kind of chat about, but I guess we can do that next weekend.
You do it next week. I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump in because I didn't want to like totally abandon it. And I was like, man, I overslept. I woke up. I saw his messages. I'm like, shit. I completely forgot.
Are they going to let you break your lease at this place?
What, here? No, it's going to be up in March 1st. Yeah, March 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
so the timing's going to be perfect. My landlord's cool, man. I did so many improvements in here. He's just like, listen, man, let me know. If you have to go month to month a little after, it's okay. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. So I was like, all right.
It's been the crypto dream, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome getting your hands on all that stuff.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of packages from clients. Let me see if I can. So people say mining is dead. I mean, this one guy. That's all GPUs and a few ASICs. So, I mean,
nice.
And then I still got cases running. I'll come back here real quick. I still got cases running. So we're still. God, it's freezing in here, bro. Jesus.
Oh, it's freezing, huh?
I'm cold, man.
What is it, 667?
In here? In the aisle right now, it's probably, I don't even know where that thermometer thing went. It's probably like in the high 60s in the aisle, but outside of it, it's cold, bro.
Summer. Summer.
Boy.
Oh, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah,
appreciate that.
Oh, no, it's broken. Oh, man. Doesn't work.
It froze.
It froze. No, but everything's going all right, man. Can't complain,
you need a Canadian-approved thermometer.
Hold on, let me step out of here. It's loud.
This probably actually work, huh?
What happened?
Said you need a Canadian thermometer.
A Canadian one? Yeah. Probably.
You got a Starbucks. You see it with the Starbucks, Rabid? It's $5 a day this guy's blowing.
No, it's more like $9 a day. I wish it was $5.
You said 20?
Almost $9 a day.
$9 for a Starbucks?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I need my coffee, man. I can only imagine what the chat looks like right now. I can't even see.
I just did the math for all of you, chat. 9 times 365 is $3,325 a year.
Well, I don't get it every day, so I would say I
Okay.
spend a couple thousand a year on coffee.
A couple thousand. How many GPUs could you buy with that in a bear market?
10?
You're buying 1 or 4. Depends on what you want to get, I guess.
Good point.
So, man, but yeah, dude. Again, I'm really really sorry I missed this, bro. I was excited too. I was I'm gonna get up at 12, shower, get ready, and then I'm like, wake up. It's like 1:30. I'm like, shit. I gotta head to the farm. I had to drop off some boxes. We're gonna start moving everything out of here January 1. So it's just a holiday. Everything's crazy. Yeti's been working like countless hours trying to get this website up and going, and King's gonna drive here, and GPURisers we're probably gonna rent like a giant 18-wheeler. To be honest with you, we're gonna empty out GPURisers in Fort Lauderdale, come up here, empty me out, and then just do one shot straight to Melbourne, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome. You guys are all kind of merging together, huh?
Yeah. Well, GPURisers doesn't really need it, but since we have the bigger facility, there's no point in paying for multiple places. You know what I mean? So, yeah, with hosting, yeah, GPURisers will always be GPURisers, and Hawk will always be Hawk. But as far as the hosting goes, it's going to be under Terra. And
that's what I mean. You guys are just you're gonna keep all names, but you're just gonna be using the same facility, which is kind of neat.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it is.
That's cool,
Dude. We have a capacity for 100 gig up and 100 gig down at the new place.
Oh wow, dang! I'm not even at 100, or I'm not even at a gig. I think I'm at 100. What is it, megabytes?
Right.
Yeah. My house sucks.
I'm at 50 down, 10 up.
Oh yeah. I think I'm about 10 up as well, man.
Really? That's
terrible.
Man.
Can't even get a Flux node. Yeah.
You can't even run all those Flux nodes you sold. You couldn't even run one of them.
I'm so glad that I got out of that now.
I know you were telling me here, like, dude, it was great. One time, it's like doing something good for the first time. That's it, bro. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, but no, did you guys see? Is it Seed that they basically took our company and did it, and we couldn't compete with that. Theirs looks so much cooler because what we were doing is we were buying refurbished computers, right? And then we turned them into Flux nodes for people to make it easier for them. But now they have like, did you guys see what I'm talking about? What's it called?
Yeah, they have their little box there. They also have other cool things too. Yeah, the sensor
so,
things like air sensors. I was like, these things are awesome for like looking at your rig. I was actually kind of talking to them about them. Like, hey, can I try those things out? They look awesome.
Yeah, they're sending me one. I'm so glad we got out of it. There's no way we could compete with that, man. Because, like, I mean, it looks so much cooler than what we have, right? Like, I'm giving you an old Dell. They're giving you something that looks like a helium miner. Like, their thing looks awesome, and I think they're killing it. I would hate to compete against that. And plus, they could probably, if we ever were competition against them, which we wouldn't be, but if we were, they could drop the price, and I don't think we could afford to.
Yo, somebody tell Chump Change to turn his farm on. It's sitting here getting cold.
Yeah, what are you doing, Chump Change?
Yeah, Chump, turn your farm on, bro.
Yeah, being cheap.
Off.
They call him Cheap Change.
Cheap Change. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, lives by the name Chump Change. Hey, sorry, I'm just kidding. I love you, man.
Craziness.
Yeah, but so Rabid, when we doing this again, man? Because you know me, I got to stir the pot a couple times on a live stream. So when are we doing?
And then we got to figure out some type of rabbit hole to go down, and there's all sorts of stuff we got to do.
Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, let me know. Well, I'd love to come.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
What is next weekend anyway?
The 31st. It's the day before January 1st. You always do it on the holidays, huh, Rabid? Just kidding.
I stream all the time. Holidays don't stop me.
Live stream I ever did with DJ was me, him, and Chump Change when we did the tinfoil hat. And we all remember.
That was great.
That was the best live stream I think I was ever a part of. Not even kidding.
That was fun.
Outside of like the Saturday Night Live stuff, that was awesome, dude. That was the best. Can't wait to do that again. We got to do something like that. Just gonna put a giant Rabid mask on, like a bear, and just put a tinfoil hat on top of it, bro. We'll go live.
I remember Rabid had a mask. He used to show himself, and he would wear what's that called? The mask, you know what I'm talking about? The famous one.
The Vendetta one.
Yeah. I remember you did that for a little bit.
I do them sometimes still. I got 4 or 5 different colors of them, so one for every mood.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while.
Nice. We got some big announcements coming with Terra, guys. GPURisers for Terra clients is going to be giving upwards of, obviously with conditions and limitations, obviously, but he's going to be giving up to 25% off anything on his website for Terra hosting clients. So, and we just got some news that our electric rate's going to drop. So that's pretty good too. So we're going to be able to even compete further. So everything's looking good with Terra, man. I'm excited, and it's gonna be good. I mean, did you guys watch the? You saw my video with the new me walking through the new facility, the false floor and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is cool, man. That is cool. The AT&T data center. That is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope.
Hey, a data center. My boy got a data center.
Well, it took all 4 of us, man, and honestly, we couldn't do it without each other. So it's me, Yeti, the Mining King, and GPURisers. I mean, we all kind of like put our head together and was like, listen, because GPURisers is not far from me. He's only like 40 minutes. He actually lives his his warehouse is right next to where my fiance's house at. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna drive. I just go say what's up, and I went to meet Mike, and next thing you know, we're talking about getting in business together and stuff, and it was great. So. And it just kind of evolved from there. You know, Yeti came in, wanted a part of the company, and said he would do all the coding and help us with networking. And King, same thing, came in and was like, listen, I want to be a part of it. What can I do? And we just formed this like strategic relationship. And it just kind of fell in place. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's a beautiful thing, man. People always talk about let's expand in the bear market. You're actually doing it, and you're doing it to like the highest level, huh?
Well, we don't want to just pigeonhole in crypto mining. You know, it's servers, it's game servers, it's all kinds of stuff we can run out of that place. And we were going through the power situation the other day. I mean, the place is overkill, right? So I don't even need to exhaust the heat that's in there. The chillers in there are 40 tons. And what they do is they recycle the hot air, chill it. Don't ask me specifics. I don't know. And it cools the air and it just absorbs all the heat the way that place is designed. So... And they have air, cool air also runs through that false floor. So it's insane. So
dang.
Helps with air.
It runs like an AIO.
Kind of, yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's just like here's the return. All the air comes like this way, just cycles, and it comes out through the floor too. So it creates like this, I don't know what to call it, but
vacuum.
It's very efficient.
No, it's pretty cool though, for sure.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's going to be a community project, so everybody's going to be involved. I'm waiting for DJ to send me his stuff too.
Maybe I'll bring it to you in real life. My parents stay in Florida, and I need to visit them.
You can do that, bro. Whenever you want.
I'll send you either way. I'll send you my coin miner.
You can come you can send me whatever you want, man. Like I said, I still got customers mailing me stuff left and right. I mean, you know, I had one guy pick up 27 cases because he's sending everything to Colombia. But then now I opened up, I got tons of slots. And in a new place, we're going to have tons of room. So,
well, you're not ready for me, though. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll send it.
I could plug you in right now. I got plenty of room over here. I got 2
It's ASIC
over there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm down.
Covered. I got plenty of room right now. And then what's going to happen is anybody who's hosting now, I'm going to send an email out, say, hey, we're moving facilities. All I'm going to do is unplug here and go plug in over there. Because that place has to be plug-in ready by the time I unplug here, so the downtime is low. So
that's cool. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I'm going to minimalize downtime for everybody. You know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, guys, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's a community project. Cool. Everybody's going to be involved somehow.
Boys, I'm so sorry. I have to go, man. The blizzard. I got to take care of this blizzard. It's going to be dark in like an hour and a half.
We'll wrap this one up now. So I do appreciate everyone for showing up. Hawk for showing up late as well, but we will get everyone together again and maybe think of some more people. Maybe we'll get a bunch of people together sometime next week or the following one for everybody.
Yeah. Do you mind if I put that my new YouTube channel out?
Give her. Go for it.
Yeah.
Been meaning to ask you what it was, DJ, because I haven't seen it yet.
So it's like current events, like reacting to them talking on not political, not government, nothing like that. I got 2 videos on there. The CoffeeZilla. If you guys have if you've not seen the CoffeeZilla, you don't even have to watch my video. The crypto Logan Paul CoffeeZilla scandal. It's 3 parts from CoffeeZilla. Incredible. You gotta watch this, man. Huge crypto scam. It just happened. You're gonna want to see it. Love you guys. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Hey, thanks for coming, everyone. See
Thanks,
you guys
Rabid.
all in the next one. Yeah, see you guys.
Take care, guys.